Broussard joins us now. You see him on all our TV shows as well at Fox.
What's up, man?
I think it's a bad look for the NBA. I know
really?
that. Yeah, I mean, look, I get that guys want out and guys want to make moves, but with the exception of Oklahoma City, like none of these small market teams keep their players. They just can't.
No, now
we'll see what happens with Giannis. Giannis says he's staying.
Right.
But they all say they're staying at some point.
Well, you bring up Oklahoma City, which is a great point. Why have they kept their players? They're a well-run organization. And, of course, they did lose Durant. But they run
trade
their
away Harden.
Right. They run their organization so well.
I mean, they did have 3 MVPs and traded away one and then had
made
another
some
one.
mistakes,
Yes.
no doubt. But you know what I'm saying, though? They are professionally run. Not every organization, as you know, in the NBA is well run.
Yes.
And New Orleans, run by football people essentially, is one of those organizations that if you're a small market team, that you have to be run exceptionally well to have a chance to keep these guys. And that's the challenge. Now, like you said, Giannis, we'll see what he does in Milwaukee. Some of it, Doug, is when you're a younger player, you're in that honeymoon stage, right? Where if you don't win, nobody really holds it against you. You're putting up great numbers. You become a perennial all-star. That's all that matters. Remember Kyrie in Cleveland. They're losing. Nobody held that against him. Giannis in Milwaukee. Nobody has held it against him. He hasn't won a championship. And AD, same thing. But there comes a point where if you don't start winning, they hold it against you. See it with Karl Anthony Towns now in Minnesota. People are wondering, okay, do those numbers translate to winning? My point is that's when a guy starts looking.
No question.
And that's what's happening with AD.
I will say that's more fans and critics than it is organizations, right? They're still going to offer him $240
Oh, no, the organization's going to offer it. But although John Wall, I've talked to guys in the league who are starting to look at that and say, okay, this guy's going to put up big numbers, but is he going to help you win? That's when some organizations will say, well, he's a huge name, and he'll put fannies in the seats. Even if he doesn't lead us to a championship, it's still a business. But my point is that's when guys begin looking around. I talked to LeBron James early in his career. He told me, I'm not going to be a ring chaser. You know, I want to do it here. But as time goes on, and it's like the pressure to win a ring and establish yourself as a winner comes, and then you start looking elsewhere.
Chris Broussard joining us, Doug Gottlieb Show, Fox Sports Radio, live from Atlanta, thanks to Amazon Fire TV. We got some cool Fire TVs. We're giving away 5 of them. 4 of them. One of them is being given away to me. I don't know if you knew that.
TV?
Yeah,
you serious?
I'm kidding. No, I'm not serious.
I was about to get jealous.
No, I would be jealous.
I was going directly to Scott Shapiro.
Yeah, whoever wins this thing. I think we're seeing a coup d'etat with LeBron and Rich Paul. You know, they tell you, and you reported it on Colin's show and other shows and on your own show, that, hey, if it's playoffs, LeBron can play. Now, look, I understand you don't want to come back to your right and groins are tricky. But you don't put that out there unless you start to go like, wait, why didn't he play? And then Jackie McMullen, over the weekend, has a story that LeBron would like a coaching change.
Right, or his camp.
His camp. And then all of a sudden, Anthony Davis, whose agent is his best friend and LeBron's agent, obviously leaked this story. Like, the timing is just, it's all too close to that. This is Rich and LeBron trying to take over in L.A. That's what they're doing. We want our coach, we want our player, we want it now.
Yeah, and that's where, which is why, to your point, if I'm New Orleans, I am not dealing with the Lakers right now. I'm not trading him until before February 7th.
It depends what they offer. Because I
can get that anytime, and here's why I say that.
Okay.
Because you're right. Most people are going to say, well, hold on, the leverage, you don't have any leverage if you're New Orleans. The Lakers make you a great offer now. They may not make that offer in the summer when it's clear AD's not going anywhere else, right? Number one, he would go to New York. But beyond that,
but what would they get for him?
Well, if I'm New Orleans, I'm waiting. Let's see what they get in the draft. Let's see what pick they get. What if New York gets the number 1 pick?
They're not trading Zion Williamson.
You don't think they trade him for Anthony Davis?
No.
I'm not so sure about that.
No. You said put fannies in the seats. Who are you going to go watch? If Zion Williamson's playing Madison Square Garden and Anthony Davis is going to play Madison Square Garden, who are you going to watch?
I would watch Zion, but here's the thing.
Everybody would
But
watch
here's
Zion
the thing,
Williamson.
Doug.
He's a freak of nature.
Are you convinced? You don't know at this point
I have no idea
if
what
he's
it'll be.
going to be,
no idea.
right?
No idea. But you know what?
So what if he's just a dunker in the NBA?
It's New York. Okay.
Anthony Davis would put butts in the seats, though. You're right. I give you. He's not.
And
Zion Williams.
you already have Porzingis coming back off of injury. Okay, who I think Anthony Davis is better than. It's not,
right.
But I'm saying you
But
already
he's
have,
good. He's
and you
really
have Kevin
good,
Knox.
Porzingis.
Like, dude, if you have no one's trading. Like, listen,
I'm not so
Doug
sure.
Gottlieb is reporting right now. I will. I'm not going to cut my pinky finger. I'm not going to get my salary. I will shave my head. Shave my head if somebody trades away the number 1 pick that becomes Zion Williamson.
All right.
They're not giving. They're not. It's that valuable. And again, I'm admitting, and NBA people will admit. Okay, they don't know how good he's going to be, but I want to find out.
I know a bunch him.
And I don't want to find out. I don't want to find out watching him play in another uniform.
That may be the case. There's probably some teams that would trade him.
Who?
We don't know. I'm just saying.
You know who's going to be in the lottery. Are the Bulls going to trade him?
Has somebody in New York?
Are the Bulls going to trade
for
him?
Anthony Davis? They might. Anthony Davis is from Chicago.
The Bulls, they're not.
Anthony Davis.
They had Derrick Rose is from Chicago. Like, we done the Chicago thing.
Are you certain?
We want people in the seats. Zion Williamson
Anthony Davis will put people in the seats. He will.
I think he's a great player. I think he's a much better player than Zion Williamson will be in his first 3-4 years in the NBA. People will take Zion Williamson because they're like, I don't know what he is, but I want to see what it becomes.
That's not how good. Look, I love him.
Yes.
And I've talked to NBA people who love him.
Yes.
He's clear number 1.
Yes.
I'm just saying I don't know that every team would not trade him.
Okay.
Or say it's the second pick. But here's my point I was making.
Okay.
The Lakers, if they say to New Orleans, look, he's only going to the Lakers. And you can either trade him now or lose him for nothing.
What do you think?
LeBron wants to wait till his 3rd year in the contract?
No. He's going to be traded.
You know how impatient he is.
He's going to be traded this offseason.
So LeBron will say, look, give him whatever you need to do to get him. I want to win next year.
Yes, but you can't do what the Knicks did. You can't completely deplete your roster just to go get one guy.
Knicks didn't have LeBron James, and it would be Anthony Davis. Knicks would have been a whole lot different. All they had was Melo.
Okay, but so what do you think? I know what the Pelicans are going to ask for, right? They want all of it. Right. I want Lonzo, I want Kuzma, I want Ingram, I want Zubac, I want Josh Hart.
And a pick.
And I want a pick.
And they may leave you with Ingram.
Yeah. and they're like, no, that's not how this is going to go. Okay, we will give you Ingram, 17 a game. How do you
think he'd fit there? You already got Randall handling the ball.
Julius Randle can't. I mean, there's a reason the Lakers were like, bye.
He's
put up 20 a game.
Same thing with Brandon Ingram.
I understand.
You know?
I understand. But, I mean, okay, so they're going to offer everything.
So you think the Lakers are totally in the driver's seat?
I think the Lakers get into a better driver's seat once it gets to the offseason, believe it or not, because they're going to have that cap space with KCP's deal expiring, and they can say, hey, we're going to move these other parts if you don't want to make this move. There are other guys that are available in the offseason that aren't available now. Whereas right now, hey, he wants to come here.
You have free agents available?
Well, free agents. I think both. But free agents, they can go get somebody. They got to
get who they gonna get. I think that's part of the reason that this move was made.
I do too. I think it's LeBron's impatient and he wants it done now. But I think it's going to be the detriment of the Lakers. Whereas I think they're actually a good team. They just need more shooting.
Well, look, I will give you that. I agree. They're a pretty good team. But if you get LeBron and AD, and you're right, they would have not much else around them. But I would rather have
you give
those
up Kuzma or Lonzo?
If I had to pick, I'd give up Lonzo.
I would give
if I could. You would give up Kuzma?
Yes. And I really like Kuzma. Maybe love Kuzma. But I think Lonzo does more. They have enough scoring with those two.
More.
And he's unique. He's unique. He's not
remember,
there yet.
LeBron's going to handle the ball a lot.
Yeah, not as he gets older, but yes. Check out his show. It's The Odd Couple, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, or follow the Patriots on Twitter when they troll his partner. He's Chris Broussard. CB, great stuff.
Thanks, man.